This is Space Marines 2. Is that just what we're gonna do now?
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time?
Brother,
Brother,
brother.
brother, for the Emperor! Alright,
Dude,
let's do it.
Space
Space
Marines
Marines
is
2.
hardcore.
Hardcore. Absolutely hardcore. It's
I
been out
don't
for
even
what, a
actually
year and a
know
half?
the game, yeah, but the world of Space Marines has been around for a really long time. It's Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, 40,000, yep.
Well, it's 50K, whatever. It's the same shit.
Ha
But, the world is so vast that I really don't know that much about it. Like, I know that there's an emperor. I know that it has, like, this medieval-esque sort of view of it's almost, like, religious, but they worship the emperor, and they're fighting everything. It's constant war, right?
Yep. Mhm.
And
It's
you
a
play the
constant ongoing war. So I probably would know more about you lore-wise, but not that much. I
Sure.
do play on like, I do have, like, a tabletop thing where we just roll dice. So this is based off of that, and you're just playing as a dude, like a Marine
Yeah.
guy who is then a leader. Actually, I did watch a video on we'll get into the characters of Captain Titus or General, whatever you wanna call him, Commander, one of them.
Sure. I think it's
Is Commander
yeah.
Titus?
Yeah, I think so.
Titus, yeah, he's really badass. So in the tabletop, he has anti-infantry 2 up. So against all infantry, he just kills them all right away, like from the
Well, I
game,
mean,
which is
if
really
you look
cool.
at the game, I mean, we're playing the campaign again, and that's kind of the inspiration as to why we're doing this recording. But I don't get it's really kind of hard to explain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. So just there's a bunch of armies in this massive universe. You have, I
Yeah.
think, about 10, close to 10 factions of what's called a Space Marine. You have the regular Space Marines, which is what we are in the game. And then
Yeah.
there's a bunch of sub factions
And
of that.
Space Marines they're elite like super soldiers, right?
Correct. Yeah. So those are those. You have Astra Militarum, which are just little military guys, and
Mhm.
you see get absolutely annihilated in the game by the
Yes.
Tyranids. Yes.
Yes.
And they're very tank heavy, which is
Sure.
that's how they have their firepower, and they also depict in the game. So
Yeah.
you have those guys in the game, and we fight what's called Tyranids, which are these bugs, I guess is what you want to
No,
call them.
dude, the way I would describe it is like if you watch the movie Alien or Aliens, it's just a bunch of those. Like it's not quite the xenomorph, right, from Alien, but it's multiple versions of it.
It's damn close.
It's damn close for sure, but it's just this constant war against this invading the Tyranids, and they're a hive mind, aren't they? Like they're all
Correct.
thinking together at the same time. Is that
Yeah,
right?
and they feast on biomass. That's why when you kill, like, you have those little tiny guys, which are just infinite tiny guys called
Yeah,
Hermagons, and then you kill,
yeah,
like, the leader, like, a little bit of, like, the one with blades, the ones around will die.
yeah, because they're all
You
connected. But then if you
correct,
kill the rank above the
correct.
leader,
They
then
all
it kills
drop.
all the leaders, and then the small ones, and down, so on and so forth. It's kind of like when we did the operation, right, where we had to shoot the one in space, the
Uh-huh.
massive hive ship, and once
Yeah.
we destroyed the hive ship, all of the Tyranids died on the planet, at least, because that's the one it was commanding.
Yeah. It's just really hardcore, I would say. So you fight Tyranids, and then later on in the campaign, you fight what's called, Thousand Sons, which are
That's right.
chaos
But what is
faction.
chaos?
So there's different factions in the game, right? You have Xenos, which are
Mhm,
Tyranids. You
mhm,
have Astra, which is, Militarum and all those guys. And then you have
mhm.
what's called Chaos. So all in all, I believe there's about 25 to 28 different armies in the universe.
For the sake of this, we only have to know the
Full,
Space Marines,
yeah.
Chaos Marines, and the Tyranids, right? That's it.
So it's called Thousand Suns or the Chaos. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's like
That's right.
they turn insane and then, yeah. And then you fight basically I mean, similar, close to Chaos Space Marines, but they're a whole nother thing as well.
But isn't
So
like the metaphor like chaos is like the devil and Space
sure,
Marines follow God? Is that kinda like how
yeah,
they
I'd say
do
that's
it?
about right. And if I'm wrong, if we're probably wrong in a lot of what we're talking about, but that's all right. Well, I'm not super in. It's been going on for decades. The game and the lore.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
I think in the 80s is when it was done.
I think
So
so.
So we just it's just those 4. So you start off with, I mean, there's a couple options. The campaign is really cool. There's like 6, 7 missions.
6,
And then
8
and then you just play as 3 people. Just Titus
in a
and
squad
then
of 3, yeah.
yeah, who are the other 2 names? Oh, I
Okay,
forgot.
I'm looking. Hold on.
Okay. So you play as
Hold on.
those
Yeah,
3
go ahead.
in a campaign, and it's just you against basically the world. And since you're super soldiers, it's just, hey, go kill them all. Like, kill them all. So you drop down, you basically have a rifle, lots of an arsenal of guns and tech and stuff, and then just like chain swords and a pistol, and you just have to fuck them up, is basically what it is, which is really cool in the campaign.
Yeah, because so you can do the melee attacks, you then have, plethora of different guns, like plasma weapons, and
Yep.
then there's obviously the bullet weapons, and then you have, like, 4 different pistols, I think. I think the coolest part about Space Marines is when you do the operations later,
Uh huh.
is that you can have, different classes because there's 6 different classes, and they're introducing a new class, by the way. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. What is it?
That it's the and a new melee weapon, it's the Tech Marine.
Oh, well, yep. It's a healer, I think.
I think it's a little bit of a healer, and it also there's a new weapon, it's like an axe now. I think it actually just released, like, in the last couple days, I think, I don't know. But what's really cool about the operations is, like, the operations is what is it? Essentially like a mission that you play, and it's, like,
Correct.
parallel to the story that you're playing.
Yep.
So if if in during the campaign, you have your 3 guys, and I found the names here, Cherion
Yeah. That's right.
and Gadriel.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
So those 2 are with you with Titus in the campaign, and you do the 7 missions, right? But during those missions, there are other Space Marines doing a separate objective, and then that is at the operations mode. And but what's fun about the operations mode is that the characters aren't really established. I mean, you see them in the campaign real quick, but it doesn't matter. You can pick one of the 6 and then now 7 like Marine classes.
Sure.
So and it's really cool, and you'll hear Titus, like, on the radio being like, "Oh, we just did this," and then it's like, "Oh, okay, cool, now we're gonna go do this," and
Yep.
I thought that was a really, really well designed.
Yeah, so it's completely parallel and it just ties
Yeah,
together. So there's just 3
yeah.
different modes. You do the campaign, operations, which is the replayability, we can get into that. And then just there's a bit of PvP, wasn't a huge fan of it, but I thought it was a nice touch.
The PvP was fine. The problem is I mean, we've talked about multiplayer gaming forever now, right? The issue is that other multiplayer games are offering an infinite amount of variability when it comes to how you play. We talk about Battlefield all the time. Battlefield 6, RedSec, the battle royale. We keep playing it over and over because there's so many different combinations. The map is so big and every match is different. With this, it's very standard. Was it 5v5?
Yeah, it's just 5v5. Or is it
It's
si it's not a
5v5.
5v5 or 6v6, it's a,
Let's say it's 6v6. It's 6v6 on a small map, and that's it. You just like
yep.
shoot each other. There's nothing really more to it. It's pretty simple. And that's not an issue. I would tell you though that if this game had come out 15 years ago, that would be people would love that. Like that
Yeah.
PvP would
Like
have
a
been amazing.
Halo-esque? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like if it come out in like 2010, I mean, I guess the first one did come out around there, but it would have been amazing. But now it just seems like other multiplayer shooters are offering more, and this one, I don't know, there seems like you wanna I don't know. You know what I mean?
Sure. I'm yeah, it's really tough, and there was no really progression to this one at all.
Yeah, like the weapons, you just get all the weapons at the beginning, I think,
And then
right?
I guess you could upgrade them a little bit, but nothing too much. There wasn't ranks or like anything to grind for in terms of gadgets or this or that. So you just sort of played. And the most OP that I experienced was the heavy
Yeah, the
because
heavy's nuts. The
you
heavy's
could
nuts.
start shooting. And then if you're about
Yeah.
to die, you pop up a shield that reflects
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all. And then you have like 100 round LMG and then you just
Yeah,
melt
yeah,
them
yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
it's great.
we can go over the classes and stuff, but the campaign, I mean, there wasn't too much. You just go through a really cool story with Titus sort of being the center, and
The
you
ending
just
is amazing, I will say.
yeah, the ending is really cool.
It's so hardcore and it's so testosterone fueled.
Yeah,
It's
it's
almost like
such a guy game.
300. It's such a guy game.
Yeah,
It is the most guy game possible I can think of, actually.
sure.
the end with the banner and it's like the rallying and then the ultra violence, all of that together.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
something I wanna
amazing.
talk about is the ultra violent gore.
Okay,
So much
let's dig
gore.
into it.
It just anything you do in terms of gameplay, right? Is I mean, you move really slow because you have what 1,000 pound armor on. Like, I don't know, it's
Yeah,
huge. So
yeah, it's
you're
huge.
just so brute force. So I mean, you have grenades too, which are really cool. There's a couple other different ones, frags, cracks, which is like sticks onto an enemy and explodes. But I think it's the volume of enemies that are coming at you, and
Yeah,
it's
I think that's
panic.
the selling point. I think that's the selling point of the game, is that there's not, like, 5 or 6. There are dozens and dozens and sometimes hundreds and hundreds of enemies in your vicinity, but they balance it really well because of those 100, maybe there's 10 of the bigger ones, right?
Yep.
And then maybe 2, like, extremist enemies, those are, like, the high level threat, and then the rest of 85 are the really small ones that don't do much damage, but they're just a little bit of a pain in the ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if they surround you though, like you're gone.
Yeah,
So,
but if you have your chainsword, right, or your hammer, the hammer sweeps around and kills all of them,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It
So
completely destroys it, but they're not gonna kill you, the small ones. They're just gonna kind of get in your way and be a bit of a pain in the ass.
for sure. Yeah. So you have the really cool melee weapons of a chainsword, a hammer, huge thunder hammer, which is our personal favorite, and especially in the game.
I
It's
do
just
love
so
the thunder
badass.
hammer.
And then you have, I think, power fists, which surprisingly are not great, and then the combat knife.
Yeah, I thought the combat knife would be a bit more fun, but it
I was
wasn't.
really looking forward to the power fists because the power fists in the tabletop that I play a lot
Yeah.
are so good.
Well, dude, I don't think we tried it a little bit, and then we never really
Nah, we just always go
kept
back.
playing with the power fist. We just went back to the hammer. The problem is the hammer is cooler than the power fist
Correct.
at first. So we put all our time into upgrading the hammer because that's what you can do too, right? Is every single weapon you can upgrade, and then when you upgrade it to the next level, you have 3 different options of how that weapon handles. Is that
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Because then, like the hammer, for example, you like one of them is like you can go a lot faster, right?
Sure, you can
But
swing faster.
you can swing faster, so it's more of like controlling a massive amount of enemies. Then there's one that's just really, really strong, but really, really slow. And then there's one in the middle. I always tend to pick the one in the middle.
Yeah, because it's really good balance, and it just depends on really what you're going for. So
Yeah.
I love the campaign. Gameplay is, you have all these weapons to choose, and you just run through, and they do a really good job of just like edging you into it,
Yeah.
easing your way into it, showing you what to do, what to shoot, and the plethora of different enemy types are really cool. You have the little guys, like I said, you said Majoris, and then extremist
Mhm.
enemies, and they show them all right away, and just really well designed.
Well, your game starts the campaign starts immediately. You're flying down, you're doing a mission, you're flying down, right? And you get attacked by some of the flying Tyranids, and you crash land, and then you just start instantly. I do think we should talk about executions because I think that's
Yeah,
also one of the best parts of the
in
game. It's
terms of
very like God
gameplay,
of War.
huh?
Like in God of War, if you know, beat an enemy enough, they start to, like, flash, and then you go up to them and you execute them with a really cool cutscene. This is the
Finisher,
same thing.
sure.
Um, and you can do it with every enemy. Maybe not, yeah, even the small ones, right? The
Yeah,
small
yep.
ones, but the small ones are hilarious. You pick them up by the tail, slam into the ground, and they just explode.
Yep.
I
So
really
explain
like
to
when
me
they
what that is.
what do you mean?
The executions, how does that work in the game?
So if you shoot an enemy enough times, they'll sit there, they'll, like, be stunned, they'll glow red, and they'll just kinda, like. And then it gives you the opportunity to run up to them, and you press R3, I think it
Yeah,
is,
down on the
right?
right stick, right? Yep.
Yep, down on the right stick, and it depends on whatever weapon you have, that weapon will then do the execution. So if you have, like, a combat knife, it'll do something different than the hammer. But then and there's, like, how many execution types do you think there are? Like, how many different animations do you think?
Probably maybe 3 or 4 per? That sounds
Per
maybe
yeah,
generous. And so you do an execution, and then you get your armor back. So you have health, and
that
then you have
yes,
armor
that's right.
So a
That's
couple
right.
armor
Yeah.
slots. And if it fully goes away, your health starts to go down. You have to wait for your armor to come back. But if you go do an execution, you get a whole chunk back, which is really important.
It's a really good way that's a really good way of balancing the game, I think. It rewards you for doing an execution. Do you get them back if like, the small ones, the Minoris, when they jump at you? Like, remember when when, like, they turn blue and they
Yes.
jump at
So
you and
parrying,
you
right?
yeah, you parry it, but if let's say you time it right, do you get one do you get your armor
I
back
believe you do.
from that
You
too?
do. You
I
do
think
as
so,
well.
right.
And if you do
Yeah.
a perfect dodge, you can do that pistol headshot and you get that as
I
well.
love the pistol
Yeah, you
headshot.
can like so you dodge and you just like shoot them in the head and it's stun and it can
Oh, my favorite
insta
thing
kill
is,
'em.
like, when an enemy like, let's say a Majoris, right? The Majoris are cool. They're about as big as a Space Marines, and they have 2 swords, or one of them has a whip. There's a lot. There's a lot of
And then
different
they have the
variation.
snipers that will absolutely destroy all your armor. Those guys are
Fucking
pieces of shit.
the snipers are
Yeah, they're
brutal.
yeah.
But the regular ones with the swords, right? I love doing a perfect dodge, and then it gives you that, like, red crosshair reticle to just shoot them in the face, because you just press R2, and it goes into a very fast animation, shoots them in the face.
Yep.
But then I love it because then sometimes that will break that sometimes it just kills them and their head just blows off. But then a lot of times you get the execution animation,
So you
but doing the combination of that, it's just so hardcore,
yeah, and then
right?
which even on top of that, you are invulnerable against all attacks if you do an execution.
Well, dude, I think that that's properly made because imagine if enemies could attack you during an execution, it
Correct, yeah.
would the incentive for executions would be less because then you would have to when it comes to your decision making when you play, you would have to think of how many enemies are around this enemy I'm about to execute. If there's hundreds, you're going to be like, I'm not going to do this because I'm just going to lose armor anyway,
Yep.
even if I get it back from this execution. So, and also, dude, frankly, it gives you a breather. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it gives you a
Like the
second, you get armor back and you can yeah. So, and which really is on lore with the tabletop because we're not all fighting at the same time. I go first, then you go, and vice versa when I
sure,
get into combat and melee, right?
sure,
So that's
yeah,
why they did a good job with that. So I would also really want to operations, the different classes, and then
yeah.
oh, dude.
The
So
variability in gameplay is a lot of fun.
yeah. So once you finish the campaign, you're, oh, I'm done. Which is also how long is the campaign? Like 10 hours? It's
Not
long.
15 maybe.
That's a long campaign for
But you know what it reminds me of? It's like it reminds me of like a classic mid 2000s campaign. Like, we played the Halo 3 campaign a couple years ago. You're we got halfway through in a day. Remember that? We
I
like
do
it was
remember
so
that.
fast.
Yeah, 20
But
minutes an
then
episode
now
a pop, yeah.
we're kind of used to campaigns sometimes taking forever. It was kind of nice that this was just kind of, hey, 15 hours, 10, 15 hours. That's it. It doesn't have to be this 80, 90, 100-hour campaign. It doesn't have to keep going and going and going. Where they do bring you back is that operations mode because I think there's now 5 different difficulties or maybe even 6.
I think there's 6 now. It
Yeah,
started at
and
4.
it was at 4 and we made it to what, 3?
I think we did level 4s at the end.
Did we do
Yeah,
4s?
we did do level 4s at the end and did a couple, but not with Zach because he's
Like,
pretty bad at it.
yeah,
No, okay.
he's really
He's gonna
he's
listen
gonna
to
be
this.
so pissed. But no, I mean, yeah, you're completely right. It is cool towards the later difficulties. You really have to coordinate which class you use. Should we go through the classes?
Yeah, go through the classes difficulty for me, yeah.
Okay. Well, the first one is it's the
A
tactical marine,
tactical
right?
tactical marine.
I'm
Your
actually gonna
all rounder.
what's its special? Can you remind
It
me?
is I think it's called the Auspex scan. So you'll like shoot, I guess a little like beacon near an enemy and they'll start to glow and they take more damage.
They take more damage and they're also not as strong, right?
I think something like that. And then they just have your basic chainsword, pistol, weapon profile. And that's you
Where
can choose one.
you can use almost every gun because they kind of restrict guns for different classes
Yeah, yeah. So your
because then otherwise they'd
tacticals,
be
yeah.
OP.
You can't go wrong, but also you can do better. I was not a fan.
Tactical's fine. Tactical's middle of the road.
Yeah, I
It's
wasn't a
very
fan.
useful,
Yeah,
it's helpful, you have the chain sword, it's all around. It's not strong at anything, but it's not bad at anything either.
correct.
Okay, we got tactical's fine. I liked tactical because I
Yeah,
think you have your mat you can use a heavy assault rifle and the chain sword, those are both pretty decent
yeah.
weapons. So it's
More like
kinda
middle range, and yeah, and you
sure.
can really hold your own as tactical. It's a solid starter. What's next?
Okay. What's the next one is assault, which is
Oh,
I the problem is the assault has the most aura. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's the one you want to play as, but is also hardest to
and
be really good at.
it's just not good, unfortunately. So the thing with assault, right? You do not have a primary weapon, which really sucks. So you have a
Yeah,
pistol, a jump pack, a jet pack, which is really cool, and just a melee. So you have a pistol, and you're supposed to just get up there and hit them. Problem is, when you're swinging around a hammer and you're swinging, and then you only got a pistol, it's really tough. You get hit a lot. And on paper, it sounds so cool because you use a jump pack. You could slam down on the ground and kill a
yeah.
bunch. But it's just not as effective as I'd like it to be.
The problem is I just love the hammer.
I know. Yep.
That's
So
the
playing
issue.
as
It's
Assault is
the
a bunch of
coolest.
fun
Uh-huh.
on a solid difficulty, but on high difficulties, probably not it.
So, yeah, the jump pack, that's a lot of fun, and you can only then use, what, the 3 pistols? Yeah, the
Yep.
plasma, the bolt pistol, and the heavy bolt pistol,
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it. That's it. That's all you got.
You'd have to be a very, very good melee player, I think, to
Correct.
use assault.
Perfect dodges, perfect
I think
everything.
that
Yep.
perfect dodges, perfect parrying, all that shit. I think, though, if they upped the damage of the hammer, I think assault would be better, but I guess they have to balance it. I mean, I don't envy these guys. The balancing of the classes, I would
Oh,
find very, very
it's
difficult, but
really tough.
okay, assault, then we have let me see here, Vanguard. You love
That
Vanguard,
was my second favorite was Vanguard.
and Vanguard has the high mobility because you
Really,
can use that,
really high
like,
mobility.
grapple hook, right?
Yeah, you can
Right?
grapple and go and just kick them.
Doesn't
So
it only have 2 armor? Like, the 2
yeah, so
armor?
you only
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that they only have also restrictions as how many armor you have. I think Assault has 4, right?
Does assault have 4?
It's so most of them have 3, and then 4, I believe, is Assault, and then Vanguard is really crafty, and you only have 2. So that's the biggest drawback. But with a really decked out combat knife, you also get a Melta rifle with Vanguard
You
and the
love
pistol.
the Melta rifle, don't you?
Yeah, so it's just devastating up close with high damage, and then
Oh,
you do
dude.
just get destroyed.
If yeah, Vanguard, if you have a Melta rifle and then the bolt pistol, then the chain sword, and with plus the mobility there,
Yeah, that's why I thought it was the
the only drawback is the 2 armor. That's it.
that's it. Which I would take over all of it. Remember, you start at level 1 here, and you go all the way I
Mhm.
think to level 20, 25, unlocking perks on the way, which is really
Okay.
cool. And then you can upgrade your weapons as well from I think white to gold by playing the operations, succeeding, and you can upgrade everything. It's a really great system of just keep replaying them over and over. And there's 6, and then I think there's now like 9 or 8 or 9, which is a lot.
We need to keep playing.
Yeah.
I'm very much into playing more of this because it is a lot of fun. Alright, next class. Then we have the Bulwark class. Something I thought would
Oh,
be a bit better,
yeah. I don't really even
but
know too much about it, honestly.
okay, so Bulwark, you have the chapter banner. That's the ability where
That's
you
right.
put down the banner and you heal everybody.
Yeah.
It's like the Bulwark is just a defense powerhouse. That's really what it is.
Yeah, you have a shield,
But
right?
again, you have a shield, again, no primary weapon. So you
Yeah,
don't
that's a
have
big
any
problem.
bolt pistol, plasma pistol, and then
Uh,
chainsword, power fist, power sword. It's the only class that
now,
can use the sword.
that's really cool. That's a huge draw, but again, high skill gap here. The assault and bulwark is tough to get right
Yeah, no, you're totally right.
because
But
the
again, if
ultimate.
you have a good bulwark, I honestly, the 3 classes you should be using is bulwark, vanguard, heavy. That's really what it should be.
Yeah,
Maybe you switch tactical in there for vanguard, maybe,
yeah,
but
maybe.
the bulwark and the heavy, especially with that chapter banner healing and the heavy with the shield, I think sometimes we play the game too aggressively, don't you think?
That's
And
why
if we
I like heavy so much, and that's the last class, isn't it? I believe that's the
no,
last one.
dude, sniper.
Oh my, I forgot there was a sniper in the game. I didn't use him once.
Well, the issue is it doesn't like, what's the it could go invisible. That's the thing
Yeah,
with
that's it.
the sniper.
Yeah,
That's the yeah, the
worst one.
sniper, the yeah. I mean, you don't even have to use the sniper rifle, but then the only melee weapon is the combat knife.
Yep.
I think the sniper is the highest skill gap one by far, don't you think?
Yeah, and then the last. So that's it. The last one, which is my absolute favorite,
Is the heavy.
is heavy, and you don't get a melee weapon. And honestly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then it's ammo control and
And they drop ammo very generously in the operations. Very
do they?
generously. Yes,
Okay.
they do.
Yeah, I think you
And
might
if
be
I
right.
run out, every time I'm about to run out, I get ammo.
Well, we played the siege mode the other day,
Yeah, they
and you
added a new
ran out
mode.
all the time.
I ran out. Yeah, I ran out a lot. I get what was really cool. I had it almost maxed out. What's called I could use
Uh-huh.
the multi melta. I get
Uh-huh.
24 shots, but if I kill more than 3 or 4 enemies with a shot comes back.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
why I just yeah. So against the little guys, I can just constantly shoot it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, which is really cool. So that's why I got
And it
1,200
what
kills.
its melee weapon is just stomping, right?
Yeah, you just kick them back with your knee, and then you have. So I use a multi melta that just boom, and there's no reloading, and then I use a heavy
Yeah,
bolt pistol against them. It's
yeah.
just a perfect combo. And then you have a shield. If you're getting shot at, you put up a shield. Also for resing purposes, you can revive your teammates, and it's golden. So I'd say the best for me, at least, would be heavy and Vanguard. And then the worst two, I would say, is sniper and bulwark is what I
Do
would say.
you wanna see I'm on this website
Uh
looking
huh.
at all the classes. Do you wanna see their ranking of the classes?
Man, if did I
What
flip them? That would be
go
funny.
ahead. So what give me your number 1 to number 6.
Okay, so heavy, vanguard, tactical, assault, bulwark, sniper.
Okay. So
Okay, here we go.
they did tactical is best,
Ew. Okay,
vanguard,
which is what I said.
bulwark,
Oh wow,
heavy,
as fourth.
yeah, at 4th,
Oh, that's disappointing.
sniper,
Okay.
sniper, and then assault at the end.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree. I'm. I think sniper's worse and bulwark's worse than assault. But yeah, I think from a critic perspective,
I don't
yeah,
think
assault's
you
pretty bad.
no offense, I don't think you know how to play bulwark.
Oh,
Do you know what I
absolutely
mean?
not. Absolutely not. So that's why
That's
I'd
the
put it.
issue.
Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, with because the shield is different parrying, right? Has
It
different.
the I had a very tough time, like, getting that. I had a I like the bulwark a lot, but the sword is the most versatile weapon because there's 2 different stances. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
Uh, I mean, it is fun, though, going through all the different classes and picking which one you like. But again, these guys put tactical at number 1 because the auspex scan is so good.
yeah, it is, and it holds it as well in the corner. You can shoot them, and then it scans them. Also, you can see them through walls, and it comes back very quickly.
Mhm.
So yeah, I could see that. Again, my favorite in terms of high difficulty, I would say the most important to have on a team would be Vanguard, Tactical, and then I think a really good Bulwark or a Heavy.
Yeah. I honestly, a really good bulwark, dude.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
combo.
tanks.
Heavy is good. Heavy's great. Heavy's a lot of fun, but heavy is pure offense.
Yeah, so he's pure offense and he's pure just unbelievable firepower. And he's only good, at least for me, if you have him upgraded a lot. Because when we played, they added a new mode of endless waves, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I was level 20 with an incredible guns. That's why I got so many kills and had so much ammo left. So,
yeah.
yeah, but
Oh, yeah, we played that siege mode, and you got, what, 1,100 kills?
11, 1200, yeah.
And what did I only got, like, 500 or something?
Yeah,
I don't
Joshua
remember.
got
I
like
did not
400.
do
Assault is tough,
yeah.
dude,
Well,
tough.
assault is tough, and also, we had all of us had a few drinks, and we hadn't
I did
played the
not.
game in months. And it was kinda like, "Oh, what the hell is going on?" We had
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
forgotten a lot.
We had to.
I would say, so what would you give the game, like, out of 10?
A
Let's
9
give
for
our
sure.
final thoughts. You think yeah, I think a
A
9.
9.
I think okay, I'm gonna, because remember we talked about it, and you were very upset with me when I said it was an 8,
You
okay?
did say it was an 8.
I only said it was an 8 because I didn't think that the variability was it didn't have as much to offer to me as some other games did. But then when we played it, I was like, "Oh shit, this game is so much fun. It's so violent. It's so over the top. It knows exactly what it is." Then I was like, "Okay, it's a 9." It's also, again, I think it's an 8 when it just comes to what the game gives you. It comes up to a 9 based on just how fun it is. It is just
Yeah.
such a fun game to play with your friends.
Yeah, also, by the way, we never said it's co-op. You can play it with all 3 guys. It's
Oh, the campaign. Yeah, the whole
yeah,
campaign. Yeah,
it's you can
it's
play with 2
amazing.
other people. It's 3 players can play, and then you can play solo too if you don't. You can play through the whole game solo because they just do AI with which are off. The AI is really bad, but
Well, I said the ally AI sucks, but the enemy AI is amazing.
yes, which is a bummer because if you're trying to play solo, it's especially in a hard operation and they give you an AI teammate. Oh
Well,
man, you may as well just leave.
the problem is though, if you have good ally AI, they'll just take all your kills. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have
I know.
if you have shitty, the great thing about shitty AI, yeah, they don't help, but it's still your game. Like you're the one doing most of the killing and the fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, I see both sides of that.
Yeah, it needs to be just a little bit more tuned. I want them to still kill a couple enemies and do it, but then they just walk
Sure.
up to you when there's enemies right next to me and just try to res you. I'm like, "You're gonna die," and then they
Yeah,
die.
yeah. The
So,
AI is a little dumb for the ally, but, uh,
play with your friends.
I mean, dude, it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and the siege mode is great too. We played that recently, and isn't it so the siege, and we didn't even make it to the end.
We played an hour
Remember
and a
that?
half, and we got to round 15 out of 25.
Yeah, we got to around 15, and so they every 5 levels, you can quit, right? And you get the
Yes, and get
reward,
rewards. Yep,
but if you keep going and lose, you lose all the rewards, right?
I believe so, yeah, and we did it. We beat it thanks to
Well, the
me.
problem is, dude, it was like 11 PM,
Yeah, it was t it was
and we'd started at 9, and, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a
yeah, but it
lot of
was really
fun,
tough.
but it got really, really hard. It got really hard by the end. Like, we
Yeah.
were going down like crazy.
And they alternate between Tyranids and Thousand Sons, and the Thousand Sons have really, really devastating enemies as well.
Who do you like to fight more?
Tyranids for sure.
Oh, for sure. The Tyranids are way more fun. The
Yeah,
Thousand Sons are cool, but the Tyranids are great.
they're hard to fight too. They're challenging
Yeah, they're much more challenging
because it's you.
because they yeah, it is Space Marines. I will say, and also killing them is a little less satisfying. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
then like cleaving a alien in half. Yeah,
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 because the Thousand Sons, the enemies, they're just, like, made of metal and have, like, a spirit inside them, and when you kill them, it almost sounds like nails on a chalkboard a little bit. It just doesn't quite have the same sort of resonance as when you kill a Tyranid. The
yeah.
Tyranids are way more fun to kill.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, and I play. This all comes from a tabletop game of rolling dice, which I do think is really cool. All of this
Yeah.
comes from that. Yeah. So, yeah, lots of armies, lots of things to play as, and it's so much for future content, right?
So, yeah, they on here are talking about how there's potentially more classes that they could, um, have later. Let me read them here. I don't know if you know any of them. So the
Oh, I'll know all of them. Yeah.
Tech Marine is what they're introducing now. Then they have the Librarian,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Chaplain,
Yes. Okay.
and an Apothecary,
Yeah.
and then a Terminator.
Oh, Terminator.
I mean,
Terminators are
if they
so good.
added all 5 of these, the
Oh,
classes would go up to 11 classes. That would be a
yeah,
lot of fun.
that's really yeah.
And then combining all of them with the different, I think that's a lot of fun too when you sit down with your boys and you're like, "All right, what classes should we combine?" Because I don't think you can, like, do 2 classes. You have to pick different classes, right?
Yes, you have to pick different classes. Yes. You can't have
Yeah,
the same.
picking who is what, I think, and then how that works with the other classes is a really, really fun to try to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if they add 5 more, I mean, they're adding that 1 more, so,
I would
uh,
I would if I was them, I'd stop and make Space Marine 3, but that's just me.
uh, do you have any okay, I actually have 1 criticism of the game. I have
Okay.
1. I wanted a bit more variety with the combos when it came to the melee weapons.
Sure.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're pretty basic. There's not too
Like,
much you
with
can do. Sure.
so the chainsword is, you press it R1 4 times, and that's, like, 1 attack. But if you press R1 and then hold R1, you kick them, and then if you do R1, so it's 2 swipes, and then you do, like, a shoulder charge. Then if you do R1 3 times, which is 3 sort of, regular slashes with chainsword, and then on the 4th time you hold R1, you stomp on the ground, and all of the enemies around you sort of, like, jump back, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do
Yeah, that's it.
with
That's it.
the but then I guess their argument would be there are multiple weapons you can use. Because how many melee weapons are there? There's the combat knife, there's the chainsword,
Uh-huh.
power fists, power sword,
Yep.
and which one am I forgetting? The hammer.
And then the hammer. Yep.
And now
Yep.
they have this axe that they just added. So there's 5 different weapons. I guess that's the thing. I guess maybe then my issue is that when you're during gameplay, I would want a little bit more, but then they're like, "Oh, just play a new game with a different weapon." But then the same thing. The hammer really only has 2 attacks. It swings back and forth,
Yep.
and then you hold it, and it'll slam on that's it. Like,
And then you can't I think you could do a
you
final,
can't
like
charge it. You can charge it.
well, yeah, yeah, I think they did that. Because if you overcomplicate it, though,
Yeah,
that's
no, you're right. You're totally right.
yeah, they just wanna see devastation. That's the whole point. That's the
Yeah,
whole point
yeah.
of Warhammer is to kill everything.
Yeah, no,
You
you're
just
totally right.
like, it's just devastating war, and you
Yeah.
kill everybody in front of you, and you win the game. That's the same thing with
Listen, so,
tabletop.
I mean, it's a very, very small criticism because even when we're playing, I don't notice because there's so much going on. 'Cause then it's also like the guys could be like, "Hey, fuck you." I mean, you have all these different primary weapons you can use. You have these sidearms that, by the way, the sidearms are actually good.
Yes.
They're not bullshit like little pew pew pea
Fucking
shooters.
Battlefield crap. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When was the last time you got a kill with a pistol in Battlefield? Exactly. But I get so many kills with pistols in Space Marines.
Sure.
So, I mean, I guess they were like, instead of the versatility of the weapon combos, we'll just give you versatility of weapons. And I think it's fine. It's a very small criticism of me. Do you have any criticisms? Any
I wish it
cons?
was longer, and I wish they added more armies. They have so many armies they can add, and they added
So your
2.
criticism is you just want more from the game that's already giving you so much. Just like me.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yep. There's so much
Yeah,
to work
I
with.
I agree. I think Space Marines 2 is very, very good. I think if they right now sit down and design Space Marines 3, and they're like, "Let's just do Space Marines 2 and put more into it," I think that that would be I mean, we sound like such assholes because the game already has so
I
much.
know, and it took them forever. It took them forever, and with all the voice acting and the incredible cutscenes and what they did, I understand.
Yeah.
But
Lore
there's
accuracy.
so many different Xenos threats out there. You have Necrons. You have this isn't going, and some of them are different, but you have orcs. Obviously, we did Thousand Suns. You could do
Yeah.
Eldari, Drukhari. Drukhari are space elves. You can
Yeah.
do. There's knights in the game, Imperial Knights. You have 7 different, I think maybe more at this point, 10 close to, different factions of Space Marines, Blood Angels,
Different
Dark
chapters,
Angels,
right?
Death
Well, they give
Watch.
you that to customize. You can
Sure,
customize
yes,
your Space
yes.
Marine to look aw that okay, dude, we didn't even talk about that. The
I
customization
totally
of your Space Marine is fucking awesome. There's
yeah.
so much to do.
You
Dude,
can
yeah,
go
it's
to
it's a 9. It's a 9 out of 10. It's a great game.
you can make yourself look like a Dark Angel or a Blood Angel or a Salamander who's green.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. So, I'd definitely play it. Yeah.
Dude, we should play that tonight, actually. No, we're playing Neo. Yeah, we're playing Neo 3 with Josh, right?
I think so. Yeah, which is another
Yeah,
episode.
okay.
I think that's about
Yeah,
it
we
here.
gotta do that too.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it was great time here talking about this. This
yeah.
was really enjoyable. I enjoyed it. So, um,
Brother. Also, no sense of humor. The game isn't
oh
funny at
yeah,
all.
it's just for the it's so it's just you're just doing everything for this emperor, just
Yeah.
everything for him. You'll die 50 million times for this emperor. Boom. That's what it is. It's just
Dude, it's
ah, yeah. That's you should
I
get into
really think
tabletop
it's
more.
maybe.
No, that's enough.
I think this universe is a really untapped sort of gem of potential media. Like, I think Henry Cavill's doing the TV show. I think he's playing Titus, by the way.
Yes, he plays a lot. His favorite is Custodes. They're
Well, Custodies, they're disgusting, aren't they?
the ish.
Aren't they the ultra, like, warriors that
There's
protect the emperor?
Ultramarines, and then there's Custodes. They're really, really tough to kill,
Sure.
but if you do get it, like, wounds off of them, like, their toughness is
Uh-huh.
really high, and they have
Mhm.
quite a bit of wounds, and they
Sure.
all will save on, like, a 2, which is insane, but then
Yeah.
it's all about armor penetration. If you have a lot of armor penetration, then they're just gonna go right down, and you can't do anything. So,
Okay.
that's where yeah, that's what you really
Well,
need
the
is armor
show,
penetration.
I think the show, if they do it right, is gonna be great,
Yes.
but they have to do it right, and that's the problem.
Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, it's not another Witcher situation.
Yeah, another time. But yeah, so I think we'll be back again soon talking about lots of
I
stuff
think
coming out.
next episode, we're doing Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2, right?
Yep, we got Kingdom Come on
And
the
then
list. We got Neo
Neo
3 came
3.
out, Resident Evil, Crimson Desert.
Yeah,
So we got lots of stuff. So I'm excited,
lots of
but
games. That's very exciting.
very exciting. All right. Peace. Catch you guys next time.
See ya.